There's no denying that HS TikTok is one of the most controversial TikTokers of the past couple of years, and some of these controversies have landed him on the run from the police after car crashes and failing to appear in court. It has got quite significant, but HS TikTok has built quite the fan base for himself. Some people even label him an Andrew Tate knockoff because of the way that he kind of tries to motivate people through his fitness content, but we're going to get into all of that right now, get you up to speed on who HS TikTok is, some of the controversies that he's found himself in, and where he's at right now. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is towards the start of HS TikTok's like blow to fame, right? He went to fame mega quick through his high motivational and kind of inspiring fitness content. He was a very fit person. He would kind of motivate you in how to be like the best version of yourself, and people loved it. And it blew him up on social media, especially over on TikTok, where he quickly garnered a very large following. But with a large following comes a lot of responsibility, and of course, the higher you are up on that pedestal, the longer down it is to fall. And unfortunately for someone like HS TikTok, he knows that all too well. One of the first controversies that he landed himself in was with regards to some remarks that he made with mental health. So he basically stated that he doesn't actually believe in mental health issues, and more, bespokely, depression. He stated that people can use that as basically an excuse to get out of doing the right thing, or what he deems to be the right thing, or to kind of stay motivated, or, if you're feeling a bit down, if you don't believe in depression, then there's no chance for you to feel down and depressed. Obviously, people very quickly turned on HS TikTok with regards to that.
Not believing in depression.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
I can talk about it, yeah.
Sort of what's your thought process behind that?
My thought process behind it is that if you accept that depression is real, and you let yourself go into a hole and you start doing drugs to help your depression, then it's only going to get worse. You're only going to literally make your depression worse. If you feel down, you feel low, I just think that you can outwork it. I'd rather feel motivated by that depression to go and do something than just sit there and let it affect me. Although I get people say to me, "Oh, you've never had this situation, you've never had that situation. Your parents didn't get when you were 2, 3." No, they didn't. So maybe I can't comment for them people, but I feel like there's a lot of people that use it as a scapegoat in modern society. And it's as simple as that. That's my view on it, and I got a lot of hate for that, but you have got no idea.
And of course, the internet blew up. They were like, you don't know, like, how can you claim such a bold statement? Like, you're clearly living a life of privilege and luxury. You don't know what it's like for someone like, someone's circumstances, for example, someone who may have witnessed something horrific in their childhood that, the traumas harbored with them. They may have experienced something absolutely horrendous in their life, which has then traumatized them and caused them to, or potentially led them to depression. It's a very bold thing to state, and the controversy got so much that he even had to make a response video.
Just had to pull over drifting just to finally address this, right? So you guys have seen the mental health things I made, which, by the way, were just to try and motivate people, but that is for another topic, okay? He's seen them thousands of comments today, dragging me on social media, hating, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't affect me, but he might have thought that this is affecting me. And it's interesting that he brings up the trading shit now. He says, "Oh, I'm a scammer. This was brought up weeks ago. People thought it was a scam, but now the hundreds of testimonials are proving that it's not a scam, whatever. People are sort of changing. It's kind of old news, right? But this guy's thought, do you know what? He's got hit really hard today on social media. He's got a lot of hate right now. Let me go fuck him over with something else." And I just want to say to you, because I know you're watching this, what a low move, bro. You're trying to affect me after having a bad day as such. I've not had a bad day. I'm laughing at all the comments in reality because I'm tough-minded, which is what I'm trying to make other people. But you actually are thinking it affects me, and that's why you're doing it. It's a low blow. You're trying to hit me when I'm low. You're not trying to do it to help people, but...
So obviously that was kind of the first little dent in his perfect image, let's say. It was one of the first of many things to kind of come out, and it would only spiral from here, as he then started to feud in November of 2023 with another streamer called John Zerka. And the beef started out online, but if there's one thing that you should know about the internet, it's you never mix internet beef with the real world. Well, clearly neither of these guys got the memo, because John Zerka, in one of his live streams, approaches somewhere that he knows HS Tiki Toki is and goes to that cafe or restaurant or wherever it is that he is and starts a fight with HS Tiki Toki, resulting in them scrapping on the streets.
Oh no. Oh God.
After the fight, obviously, you can decide who you think won that, but HS Tiki Toki took the high ground. He was like, I absolutely won that. I wiped the floor with that guy. I dropped him countless times, and, you know, he's basically puffed up his chest and exploded his ego online, basically being like, I'm the alpha male in this situation.
All this went for all this for the cameras, and he fights like that. I don't want to fight him, bro. I'm not trying to fight like that on the cameras.
Wait, what just happened?
You said that, but no, you know what happened. You pulled up.
I was just right there.
Again, that was just the beginning, as later there would become a lot of homophobic comments made, especially on his Twitter account. Now, obviously, this is something that... So he's already kind of upset the people that suffer from mental health, you know, disorders and stuff like this, or suffer with depression, anxiety and stuff like this. He's then caused upset towards, John Zerka's fan base, and now he's about to upset an entire LGBT community. So there are multiple tweets that he made on his social media, like I say, mostly over on Twitter, and it started out with a post that he made which says, same-sex couples adopting children should be strictly forbidden. A child being an orphan is bad enough, and you think they want to be raised by a F. Even worse is the fact that one of these guys is a sex offender. Sickening. And then there was another tweet to follow this one up where he stated, hey, and this was a tweet that he also actually deleted after it was, there was an alleged warning that came from DAZN, which were the boxing company that he was going to be fighting under. And he stated, gonna knock off this FOF kid out in the first round, then get active in Manny. So yeah, obviously he's now upset large communities of people, and this was yet another kink in that armor that he seemed to have surrounding him, that where he portrayed this perfect image of the perfect lifestyle. He was showing off this like perfect dream life where he had the cars, the women, the houses, the properties, the holidays. He was living on the surface this perfect life, but deep down it seemed like there were a lot of issues at play here. Then there was the notorious McLaren crash of 2024. So in early 2024, Sullivan basically crashed his £220,000 McLaren 720S in Surrey, which actually led to an injury to his friend and fellow influencer General G, and reportedly a third party. Now, eyewitness accounts and videos suggest that Sullivan fled the scene at the time of the crash, leaving his injured friend behind. And then he failed to appear in court for charges related to the incident, leading Surrey police to issue an arrest warrant in November of 2024.
Fucking hell. HS has fucking walked off. Left his McLaren and walked off. Fucking hell. Hey, General, you good?
I feel something cracked.
You alright?
No, I think.
Aye, that's not trust, man. Shit. Fuck. General.
So this obviously was one of the biggest scandals to come out, not just because of the incident, but also just the way that Tiki Toki managed to compose himself, or lack of composure, I suppose you could say, in the wake of this, right? He claims to be this strong man, this manly man, this person that, you know, will do anything and he wants to be that alpha male. Yet he crashes his McLaren, leaving allegedly 2 people injured, and then flees the scene. So that's where a lot of people are saying, like, well, you know, you're not exactly being that alpha male that you claim to be. But like I say, the ripples of that car crash are still being felt now for HS Tiki Toki, because he's currently on the run from the police, especially after the arrest warrant went out in November of 2024 from Surrey police, where they apparently don't know where he is right now. But after the crash, it was reported that HS Tiki Toki was in Qatar for a fight with DAZN and Misfits, which he actually pulled out of, citing a shoulder injury. But there was a fight that he did end up taking later in the year of 2024, which was a fight against someone called George Fenson, right? And it was at Misfits Boxing 17 in Dublin. Now, of course, this was a crazy scandal. Not scandal, but crazy fight. But the scandal kind of came after the fight, in which there was an altercation between HS Tiki Toki and George after the boxing debut, in which George actually won. That HS Tiki Toki actually won. But there was a heated exchange between the two afterwards, which led to yet another controversy.
Harrison.
And then after this, in Dublin, there was an alleged arrest taken place with regards to the car crash. But the timeline on this gets a bit skew-if, because many people are stating that this was off the back of the McLaren crash, but based off of the lack of tattoos that HS Tiki Toki has got, this is believed to take place before or around 2 years prior to the McLaren crash. So this is actually old footage that has resurfaced.
Because this has got to be lawful, and I know the law very well. Erratically? Apparently I've been driving erratically, but I've not even driven the car, so that's funny.
Oh, Diggs, are we going to put it up this, yeah?
There's guys around there. Look, that guy's mixed race over there. He was driving the car. He was driving the car.
Roadside. If it's negative, fine, you go on your way, okay?
But if it's positive, I still haven't been driving the car.
You're getting arrested.
For what though?
Drink driving.
Suspicion driving and then under presence of alcohol.
But I'm just saying, so this isn't a section 60, so you can't search. This isn't a section 23 under the Misuse of Drugs Act.
So you're going
what
around
is this
Now, as of right now, HS Tiki Toki's location is unknown. Nobody knows where he is, really, other than, of course, him. Now, with issues in the UK and like legal issues in the UK, he was believed to have left the country, with some reports indicating that he was actually in Qatar for a boxing match, like I've stated, which he later withdrew from with an injury. Now, his recent arrest, footage from Dublin, like I say, that footage is going viral right now. I don't think it's actually him getting arrested, because nobody actually knows where he currently is, and as of right now, he's still on the run. But what do you guys think? I mean, this guy had one hell of a fall from grace. He was one of the alpha TikTokers, right? He was that big dog, and then suddenly all of these controversies come out in the space of about a year and a half, and he's kind of lost what he had very, very quickly. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump, scare the hell out of the like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.